Good afternoon. I wanted to share a story with you today called The Jolly Postman or Other People's Letters. Now, this is a story that I loved when I was a little girl, and I liked it because inside every page is a special letter. So let's read it. This is called The Jolly Postman or Other People's Letters by Janet and Allan Ahlberg. All right. Once upon a bicycle, so they say, a jolly postman came one day from over the hills and far away with a letter for the 3 bears. Here's their envelope. Mr. and Mrs. Bear, 3 Bears Cottage, the woods. So now if we turn it over, it's a special envelope with a letter inside. Let's see who it's from. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Bear and Baby Bear, I am very sorry indeed that I came into your house and ate Baby Bear's porridge. Mummy says I'm a bad girl. I hardly eat any porridge when she cooks it, she says. Daddy says he will mend the little chair. Love from Goldilocks. All right, let me just fold it up. Oh. P.S. Baby Bear can come to my party if he likes. There will be 3 kinds of jelly and a magician. See, and she's learning her spellings just like everybody else. Some of them are not quite right, but we can still tell what they are. So we always try our best when we sound out our words. And here they are reading their letter. So the bears read their letter, except Baby Bear, and the postman drank his tea. And what happened next we'll very soon see. Off went the postman, toodaloo, in his uniform of postal blue, to a gingerbread cottage and a garage too, with a letter for the Wicked Witch. There it says, occupant, gingerbread bungalow, the woods. Open now, don't delay. This could be your lucky day. Free watch with every order. I wonder what this is going to be. A member of the Magic Traders Circle. Let's see. If undelivered, return to Hobgoblin Supplies Limited, Warlock Mountain, Department 46A. This is a big one. Let's see. Oh, it's a catalog where you can buy things. What kind of things do you think a witch might like to buy? Everything for the modern day witch, delivered to your door or den, covens provided for. You got deadly lampshades, little boy pie mix, a Halloween boot, with a choice of colors, big broom for the larger witch, a witching hour glass, non-stick cauldron set, with a free recipe for toad in the hole. Looking for a new newt? This one's a 10% bigger. If you buy 4, you get 1 free. Now we have a cup and saucer tea service. It washes itself. I might like some of those. Sky-high goggles. Fits all sizes. So the cat can wear some flying goggles on the broomstick. Frog powder. Just add water. Broke. Do you think it turns into a frog when you put the water on? Money back if not completely satisfied. For the wizards in your life, matching tie and sock set. And then we have the Little Demon spellproof tent for your vacation. And for your vacation reading, the complete book of foul curses. Oh, what about this one? Rejuvenating pills. Feeling low? Take Witcho, the perfect pick-me-up. Whee! Going high now. All kinds of good things. What do you think you'd like to buy if you were a witch? Let's see what the witch says. So the witch read the letter with a cackle of glee, while the postman read the paper, but left his tea. It was green. Soon the jolly postman, we hear tell, stopped at the door with a giant bell, and a giant bottle of milk as well, with a postcard for, guess who? Who do you think lives at this giant door? Let's see. Mr. V. Big, Mile High House, Beanstalk Gardens. Who do we know that lives up a beanstalk? Let's have a look. This is a postcard. Thinking of you on our magic carpet tour. He's been Hotels, music and dancing, fabulous beaches, and fun and food. See who it's from. Dear Giant Big, having a nice time. Me, my mum, and your hen what lays the golden eggs. It's better than traveller's checks. Saw a bloke as we was flying down. He was bigger than you. I've took note of his address. Take care of yourself and your talking harp. I'll be back for that one of these days, I shouldn't wonder. Bye for now, your very little pal, Jack. Jack in the beanstalk. This must be for the giant. Better watch out for that harp. Here we go. There's the giant reading his tiny, tiny postcard. So the giant read the postcard with baby on his knee, and the postman wet his whistle with a thimble full of tea. Oh dear, looks like it's raining. Oh yeah, but there's some grey clouds. Once more on his bicycle, the postman rode to a beautiful place, so we've been told, where nightingales sang and a sign said sold, with a letter for Cinderella. There's a surprise. This says HRH, which stands for Her Royal Highness Cinderella, the Palace, Half Kingdom Road. Let's see what's inside. Oh, there's two things inside here. There's a little book and a letter. Dear Princess, we at the Piper Press hope soon to publish a little book for younger readers in celebration of your recent marriage to His Royal Highness, Prince Charming. A copy of this book is enclosed for your approval. We trust this somewhat shortened version of your Highness's most marvelous tale will not displease you. We also trust that you will be comfortable in your new home and live happily ever after. Your humble servant and loyal subject to be, Peter Piper. Peter Piper, the managing director. Let's see the little book, shall we? All right. The story of a fairy tale princess. Oh gosh, it's teeny tiny writing. There was once a young woman named Cinderella who had a cruel stepmother, two cruel and ugly stepsisters, and a father who was not around much. One day the postman arrived with an invitation to the royal ball. The stepmother and her sisters got dressed in their finery. The stepmother and the sisters got dressed in their finery and departed almost at once, leaving Cinderella alone. She couldn't go to the ball. She had nothing to wear and no transportation. Luckily, at that moment, Cinderella's fairy godmother dropped in. Finding Cinderella in tears, she worked her magic and sent her off to the ball. In a beautiful gown and a golden coach. But be back by 12, she said. The magic stops at midnight. So Cinderella went to the ball and had a marvelous time. She ate lots of little sausages on sticks and danced constantly with the prince, who obviously admired her. Then just when things were going well, the clock struck 12 and Cinderella had to run for it. The prince was inconsolable until, that is, he found one of Cinderella's glass slippers, which cheered him up. The next day he went looking for a young woman whose foot would fit the slipper, meaning to marry her if she'd have him. All the women in the town, young and old, even the ugly sisters, tried on the slipper without success. Then finally Cinderella tried it on, and it fit, of course, and that was that. A few days later, Cinderella and the prince were married. Telegrams of congratulations arrived from every corner of the kingdom, and the newspapers were full of the event. Fairy tale princess, the headlines proclaimed, which on this occasion, must be said, was really no exaggeration at all. The end. Do you think she'll like the book? Let's see. Here she is reading her book. So Cinder's read her little book. The postman drank champagne, then wobbled off on his round, again and again and again. Oops. Later on, the postman, feeling hot, came upon a grandma in a shady spot. But Grandma, what big teeth you've got! Besides, this letter is for B.B. Wolf, Esquire, care of Grandma's Cottage, Horner's Corner. Let's see. Dear Mr. Wolf, we are writing to you on behalf of our client, Miss Riding Hood, concerning her grandma. Miss Hood tells us that you are presently occupying her grandma's cottage and wearing her grandma's clothes without this lady's permission. Please understand that if this harassment does not cease, we will call in the official woodcutter, and if necessary, all the king's horses and all the king's men. On a separate matter, we must inform you that Messrs. Three Little Pigs Limited are now firmly resolved to sue for damages. Your offer of shares in a turnip or an apple-picking business is declined, and all this huffing and puffing will get you nowhere. Yours sincerely, Harold Meany. It's a law firm. Uh-oh. Big Bad Wolf might be in some trouble. So, Grandma read the letter and poured the tea, which the not-so-jolly postman drank nervously. Doesn't want to get eaten by the wolf too. Now, the jolly postman, nearly done, so is the story, came to a house where a party had begun. On the step was a bear with a bun, but the letter was for Goldilocks. Let's see. To Goldilocks, 24 Blackbird Road, Banbury Cross. Do not bend. Let's see. What could it be? A birthday card. Goldilocks is 8. Oh, look. She got some money. Bank of Wonderland. £1. Pat a cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Carry it in on a beautiful plate and light up the candles. Today I am 8. To Goldilocks, with love from Mrs. Bunting and Baby. Put her money back in so she doesn't lose it. I'm going to tuck it back in her envelope. Oh, look, here they all are at Goldilocks' birthday. So Goldilocks put the money in the pocket of her dress, asked the postman to the party, and of course he answered yes. And now we see Baby Bear and Goldilocks. Looks like they're good friends again. Once upon a bicycle, so they say, a jolly postman came one day from over the hills and far away, and went home in the evening for tea. The end. He delivered lots of letters, didn't he? Now, I was thinking it would be fun if we could write a letter. Maybe there's some people we can't see right now, maybe your teacher, you could maybe write something to them, or maybe to one of your neighbors to drop on their door when you're out for a walk. All right, let's see what we can do. All right, here we are with some paper now, ready to write our letter. Now, we always want to start with the date, and the date today is 3 because it's March and it's the 3rd month. 3 and it's the 30th. And it's 2020. 2020. Now, next I need to decide who I'm going to write to. Do I want to write to my grandma? Do I want to write to my neighbor? So I'm going to write, Dear, and now we said we could write to Grandma, G. We could write to our neighbor. We could write to a friend, if you knew the name of your friend. You could write to your mom or dad. You could write to anyone. You could even write to your postman or post person. Let's see, we could do mail person. We could write anybody we want. You could write to a grocery shop clerk because they're all still working really hard right now. You could write to anyone that you would like to send a letter to. And if you don't know how to spell it, you can talk to whoever's at home with you to help you. Now we need to start our letter. Now we can start with hello, how are you? So I'm going to start with how are you? And that's a question. So we want to make sure that we put our question mark. How are you? Everyone's doing lots of different things right now. So we could ask them, have you been doing anything fun? Have you been, I know, and I'm left-handed, so it kind of covers up what I'm writing. Have you been doing anything fun? Next, you could tell them something fun that you've been doing. And today I made chocolate chip cookies, so I'm going to write that. Today I made chocolate chip cookies. Yum. What else have you been doing? Have you been doing any art projects and paintings? I'm going to write a couple of things that you might have been doing. Art projects, painting. Have you been doing your schoolwork? Or just playing? Any of those things or anything that you could be doing. You know, when we end our letter, we want to say something to close it. So we could say, I hope you are well. Have a great rest of the week. I hope to see you soon. And as I can't see any of my friends right now, I'm going to say, I hope I get to see you soon. I'm going to put an exclamation point because I really hope I get to see them soon. And then I'm going to put love from, because I'm going to write it to one of my friends. Love from, but you could also put best wishes. Or just from, and then you write your name. And I'm going to write Mrs. Finnegan. Now here I could draw a nice picture. Maybe I'll draw a flower. Ooh, ooh, ooh. There. All right. Good luck writing your letters. And I hope all the people you write letters to enjoy them. And maybe you'll get to be the postman and drop them on their doorstep. All right. Take care.